Okay. Take number 7,432. I'm sure you guys are wondering, by the title of this video, she's gay? Well, yeah, she is gay. And I bet you're also wondering, where's that blonde? We're only here for her. Well, I don't blame you. I'm only here for her too. I think she's about to walk through the door. Give her like 10 seconds. Let me unlock it so she doesn't get mad. She's mad.
Didn't unlock the door. I didn't even leave the light on so I couldn't see the keyhole.
Okay. Sorry. Cami got home and then she wanted me to go eat with her. I sat in there while she was eating her burrito. But now I'm back and I'm here to tell you my coming out story if I can actually get it out this time. I think that the coolest part about YouTube is you can get online and you can search things like coming out or search things like the girlfriend tag, and they'll specifically give you the answers or give you the hope that you need in order to feel brave enough to do it by yourself. And I've noticed a trend like that in my life specifically because I grew up and I'm growing up in a digital age where everything is online. And I remember I would just sit in my room for hours and hours and hours and type in coming out stories. I am going to tell you guys my coming out story. I'm going to do this for 2 reasons. One is because someone asked us in the comments if we would do it. Literally one person. Cami's going to do this at another time. The second reason that I am posting this video is because I was recently looking through my phone and in my notes section I ran across this poem that I wrote like over a year ago, and it's basically myself walking myself through my coming out story. So I'm gonna put that in the description box below. If you are interested in reading it, you're more than welcome. If you don't want to read it, then just don't read it. It's not that hard, really. So this is my coming out story. I'm not going to talk about my childhood much because there's really not much to it other than I had a really, really awesome childhood. My family and I have always gone along great. My parents are awesome, my siblings are awesome, and that's literally it. So I'm going to skip forward to high school. The reason that I'm skipping forward to high school is because that's when I began questioning more and more of my sexuality. I always knew that I was different. I didn't quite know how I was different or where that fit in my life, but I knew that there was something about me that wasn't like everyone else. I couldn't pin whether it was bad or whether it was good. I just knew that it was different. High school comes, and through basketball I meet a girl who I find attractive, and that was the first time that ever happened in my life. I'd never been attracted to someone like this before, and I'd had boyfriends. I remember my first real kiss. I was a sophomore in high school. I was like hyped up and like I knew it was about to happen. Then it happened and I was like, is that it? Like, is that all that this is? At that point though, I was still not interested in like intimacy in a relationship. At that point in my life, everything was just like dating your best friend or hanging out with your friend and then like maybe you'll hold hands. But I met this girl and everything just clicked for me. We began something, I don't know what it was, and I'm not really going to talk about it because it doesn't have much to do with my coming out story. It was a time in my life where I really grew mentally, but also really suffered mentally as well. I couldn't figure out what exactly was wrong with me. I say that because, you know, conservative, straight, white, South, that's all that I've ever known until I exposed myself to the rest of the world, which really came in college. I didn't want to not be conservative and straight. I wanted to be that because that was normal where I was from in those small towns in Kentucky. The thought of ever being something other than straight was really terrifying to me, and especially because I upheld these Christian morals in my life because we never ever missed church. So it was really, really tough for me to find that balance. So I was constantly praying and asking God to send me this man who would make me straight and would allow me to follow him the best way that I can, and I'll just fall madly in love and have kids and live happily ever after at the end. I let myself believe that that was true for a while, to the point where I got engaged. Like I said, I don't really want to talk about those things. The only relationship I'm really interested in talking about is the one that I had with Cami. It's not because it's my current relationship, but it's because there are literally not words to explain to anyone the impact that Cami has had on my life. It's so baffling to me because she's so little and she's so like mighty, and she's so brave and charismatic, and it just blows my mind that every day I wake up and she chooses me and I choose her. Like, I know this is my coming out, but I'm going to explain to you why Cami plays such a big deal. I was at a basketball game once. Cami was interested in the game. She was texting me about it, and she was like, let me know how it goes. And so, like you all know, I think it was the girlfriend tag. We talked about how we've known each other for a long time. Cami came up behind me and she put her hands on my eyes. And then she sat down in my lap, pulled her hands off of my eyes. And I was just like, man, there's really something special about her. And I've always thought that from the very moment I met Cami 4 or 5 years ago. I've always thought that she was the most incredible and special person. There was something about her that I just wanted to protect and keep safe. As our relationship has grown and kind of just like taken off, I think she's done more of the protecting for me. I guess my coming out story wouldn't really be much of a story if I didn't have someone like that telling me that everything that I am is okay and everything that I will be is going to be even better. It's not because of her, but it's because of her encouragement that I got to where I am. So we were in this relationship that happened 3 weeks after I called off my engagement with this boy because I was in love with Cami. She didn't push me to come out, but she encouraged me to live the life that she knew that would be the most beneficial for me and for my mental health and for my emotional health. It was hard to come out to my family and to my friends. I didn't think they would love me anymore. I never gave them the chance to prove me wrong. This coming out story is a little bit jumbled and a little bit crazy, but you have to let people surprise you in your life or you're never gonna know. Truly. If when I came out, things happened the way that I planned them to in my mind, as far as I thought my family would disown me, I thought my sisters would never talk to me, I thought my grandparents would tell me I'm disgusting and going to hell. I mean, I thought that everyone would leave me, and no one has. And I know that that makes me lucky. I want to believe that the reason people didn't leave is because I'm more than just gay. And I want everyone who's watching this video to feel the same way. Being a part of any spectrum that's different than the norm, it's just a small part of who you are. It's not all of who you are. It's a great way to identify so that you can find a group of people who are like-minded and that you can talk to and trust. And that's why we have a community like YouTube. But it's such a small part of who I am at the end of the day. Yes, I am gay, and I'm so happy that I am. I wouldn't change anything about it. I really, really wouldn't. And I can't believe I'm saying that in front of a camera that so many people are going to be able to see when I post this. I truly can't believe that I'm at this point in my life. But I've just never been so happy to be myself. I don't know. You can imagine moments like these in your life and hope that they come. But whether or not they ever do is a whole nother story. To whoever's watching this video, if you're struggling to come out, or if you're struggling to find a friend who understands, or if you're struggling to find your place in the world or where you fit, it really does get better. I know that I'm rambling, and I know that this wasn't much of a coming out story. We'll just sum it up in a couple words. I've always known I was gay. I've always been scared to be gay. I thought that I was going to go to hell, so I prayed to God every single day to make me straight. I'm not straight. I fell in love with people along the way, but mostly I fell in love with myself. And I think that is the most important part of a coming out story. Fall in love with yourself. And then see where the world will take you. I think you'll be surprised to know that it really does get better with time. I don't think I have anything else to say. Life is hard and life sucks sometimes. But when you surround yourself with good people who want good things for you, I really don't think you can fail. So, to all of the people who have ever loved me for being exactly who I am, I owe so much of who I am to you, but especially to the little blonde girl that usually sits right beside me. You are literally everything. I love you guys. Love people well and be good to each other.